Christians need to learn to stand up for themselves. It's that simple. For so long, cowardice has been whitewashed as being meek, as if that was what Jesus asked from us, to just roll over in the face of evil, persecution, or all kinds of schemes, tricks, basically to get a hold of your blessing, because this is not just about me, this is about every single one of us. So the Matrix is doing all these schemes to really stand between us and our blessings so that they can benefit. And the Christian world has been telling each other, telling everyone that just rolling over is such a nice thing. It's the way to harmony and the way to win in the world, but that's not the case at all. Here's what God has to say about this. But as for the cowardly, the faithless, the polluted, the murderers, the fornicators, the sorcerers, the idolaters, and all liars, their place will be in the lake that burns with fire and sulfur, which is the second death. That's the book of Revelation, 21st 8. And why? Why is God so harsh against the cowardly? Why is that the case? Because when you are a coward, when you just roll over in the face of persecution, in the face of these schemes, then you are not just hurting yourself, you are hurting those who would depend on you, who could benefit from your power. That could be friends, family, if they are solid, but especially your actual family, if you have kids and you just roll over at the workplace, in life, anywhere, then you are in fact deserting them. That's the reason for cowardice being ranked the number one in that verse. Or let's just take a few more examples. Let's say you are a blacksmith and all of a sudden your customers are asking you to work for the material cost and not actually make any money. And if you do that, and if you can actually produce, then what's going to happen? The wages of blacksmiths are going to go down, way down, to a level when it's unlivable. And why is that? Because of your cowardly decisions of not standing up for yourself and not demanding a fair wage. And what ends up happening is not only you are suffering, you are required to forego health stuff, not have a surgery, not buy certain medications that you might need, especially if you are older, or if you need to support your family, same thing. And those other blacksmiths that you are hurting because you accepted such a low wage, now they are suffering as well because of your cowardice, because you didn't stand up for yourself. But this really goes for any group. You can be a certain minority or a majority or whatever, ethnic group even, and you are being persecuted somewhere, let's say by dictatorship or similar, and you do not stand up for yourself, you just let people get away with robbing, stealing, whatever, then you are not just letting those criminals with darkness in their heart go get off scot-free and making the world nicer by forgiveness. No, you are not. But instead, you are encouraging sin, you are rewarding evil, and you are in fact promoting it because they get to benefit from it. Jesus said, "Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the world." What is actual meekness? The word, the original word in Greek, it comes from the word for a tamed horse. So when a horse is tamed, is it going to lose its power? Is it going to just become a pony or something? No, not at all. Not at all. The Mustang, tamed white horse, is actually still strong and powerful, but it obeys the rider. It obeys, in this case, the Lord. And that's what it means. So you do act differently when you are walking with God, even under persecution, because you will not stand up for yourself with hate in your heart. but you will stand up for yourself. If you are doing right by your family, by your community, you will stand up. And so that means that the people who are doing all sorts of crazy things, they might suffer. Let's take a very simple example. So people stole some stuff from you and they got away, but they left some clues. So what you do, you call the police, you make a report, and they catch those thieves. And in this way, yes, they will be punished. They will be worse off. But, and this is the important thing, you are not doing it for revenge, because you have hatred for those guys, but because they need to learn that their actions have consequences. And they must not be encouraged of thinking that, oh, these are Christian guys, so we can just steal and rob and whatever and hurt people, and that's all fine. Because it's not. Because first they might do it to you, and then they will do it to grandma. And that's how this works. So if you are hiding your cowardice behind a facade of meekness, then you are doing wrong. And in fact, you are not doing what God told you, because you are making the world a worse place. That's not the way to go. Absolutely not. So again, be meek, walk with God, but do not be a coward. If your child asks you to have a all-night gaming session, maybe even once in a year for his birthday is fine, but you will not allow that for every single day. And if someone wants to steal from you, you will not allow that. If someone wants to beat you up, you will stand up for yourself. If someone wants to ask anything unreasonable, whether it's a girlfriend, whether it's a boss, colleagues, just say no. Do not roll over. You have your life to protect, you have your time to protect. And again, just because you do not give your kids candy for lunch and dinner and breakfast, that does not make you a bad person. That does not make you a person that rejects Christ. Just because you do not allow people to steal from you, you do not allow people to walk all over you, you expect compensation that is fair, that does not mean that you are a bad person who is not walking with Christ. That just means that you do not allow the matrix to take away your blessings, and in fact you are helping other people with this, because if you are fruitful, people will depend on you, they count on you, and you have to be there. You cannot just roll over when things get hard. That's not how Christians should behave. You know, the knights in the medieval period, they were Christians as well. Do you think they were not? Do you think that just because someone risks their life for the Christian world, that means that they are not actually Christians? No. But of course, those difficult situations, when it's life or death, or even any of these situations, when people do you bad, when they steal from you or do other nasty things to you, it is very difficult to stand up for yourself and not be angry, to let go, to forgive. But that's the way to go. So you have to stand up for yourself, and you have to forgive. And if you have these two, then you are meek, but not weak. All right, that was my point. So it's a very, very bad habit of Christians to disguise their cowardice as meekness. That doesn't fly with God. Refer to Revelation 21:8. Cowardice does not fly with God. Meekness is the way to go. Cowardice is not the way to go.